What's going on YouTube? It's Sakan here. Today I'm in my wife's hometown of Surin, taking a break from the martial arts. Thought I'd do something a little bit different today and talk to you about philosophy. If you didn't know about me, I consider myself a religious and spiritual person. Not in the sense where I go to church or temple every week, but I really like to study and try to understand the various different religions out there so that I can better understand my own thoughts and feelings about the world and then get to know other people's as well. So this philosophy that I want to talk to you today about is called The Four Agreements. It's a book by Don Miguel Ruiz. This book changed my life. It was given to me by a friend of mine about, say, 10 years ago. And when I read it, it changed my life around. It made it so much better. And the book says it's Toltec wisdom, so a type of wisdom that came from Central America in the past, and it was a shamanic tradition passed down from generation to generation. And the idea is to use these agreements or these promises to yourself to destroy these self-limiting beliefs, to free yourself physically, spiritually, mentally from the ego. So the following videos I'll explain a little bit more in detail about each agreement. I'll just give you an overview of each one right now. So the first agreement is of course the most difficult but the most powerful, and that's be impeccable with your word. And now what does that mean? So to be impeccable means to be without sin, or to be perfect with your word. So as human beings, we have the ability to communicate with others and communicate with ourselves, and we use our thoughts and our thinking to propel ourselves towards action. And it's a really, really powerful thing, and the book proclaims the word to be as powerful as magic. So what we need to do is to be sure that when we use our word, we use it in the direction of truth and love. We avoid needless gossip. We avoid harming other people and harming ourselves with the word. So it's really important when you use your word, you never speak against yourself. You always tell yourself positive things. You always tell yourself and others loving things. And most importantly, if you say you're going to do something, you're going to follow through and you're going to do it. Moving on, we got number 2. So number 2 is don't make assumptions. So don't make assumptions. This is an important one because we always assume information. We always assume that we know a lot about the world. And people make assumptions all the time, and they stick by the assumptions. They're ready to fight and they're ready to argue about the assumptions all the time. So this causes a lot of unnecessary drama, especially with couples. If you've ever been married or in a serious relationship, you know the issue is always miscommunication or misinformation. So if there is assumption and miscommunication and improper understanding going abound, then the important thing to do is get that right knowledge, to get that right information. How do we do that? We do that by asking questions. We have to be brave. Okay, we can't feel ashamed to say that, hey, I don't know this information. I don't know enough about this topic. So I'm not going to guess. I'm going to ask. I'm going to find out. I'm going to go to the right sources, and I'm going to make sure that I have the right knowledge. So if you stop making assumptions, then you can really, 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 improve your self-knowledge, improve your own ability. You're going to be honest with yourself, and you're going to be honest with other people. And once you have the right knowledge, then you will have the right action. So the third agreement we're talking about now is don't take anything personally. But don't take anything personally. This was a really powerful one because taking things personally is what we do on a daily basis. We do that because it's a sense of selfishness, a sense of ego that we have. We always worried about how we look in other people's eyes. Everyone has a certain perception of their own self-projection. Okay, and they're always worried about, hey, does this person like me? How does this person feel about me? And if you notice about those statements or those questions, the predominant word in there is me, me, me. Okay, so if you can free yourself of how others perceive you or how you believe others to perceive you, then you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. Because what other people do is because of their own thoughts, because of their own volition, their own actions. Okay? Whether they like you or don't like you, that really depends on them. And even then, whether they like you or not, they only like a small picture of you, a small perception of you. They don't understand the whole thing. So if you can just let go of your own perceptions of yourself, let go of what other people think of you, stop taking things personally, realize other people do actions because of they're in control of their own reality, and you are in control of your own as well. So, that's something you can let go of and feel a lot better and happy about. The final agreement is probably one of the most important, and that's always do your best. Always do your best. How can we do that? So every day you wake up in the morning, your best is going to change. All right, your 100% is going to be different from your 90%, from your 80%. All right, whether you're sick or whether you're tired, or you had a long day at work, or you're tired from taking care of your kids, do your best. No matter what, do your best. You cannot do anything better than your best. If you do your best, then what happens? You're not going to look back and regret and ever say, oh, I could have done better. Okay? This one's really important for me because now I don't look back and regret anything I do. I'm always happy with the result because I force myself. Right? Do your best. Always put your heart into it. Okay? Now, I know it's hard. I know you get lazy, get complacent, and that's okay. It's okay to be that way sometimes. But if you're going to have a project, if you have something to do, put your wholehearted effort into it. Show other people, that you're sincere and you're honest. And people are going to be around you. They're going to look at you and they say, hey, this person's doing a good job. This person's trustworthy. They put their heart and their effort into everything they do, and they're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to be part of your life. And hopefully they can share that positive energy with you and you can share that with them as well. So anyway, this is a little introduction to the 4 agreements. I hope you enjoy a little break from the martial arts and, this inspires you to do a little philosophy and soul searching yourself. So do me a favor, click like or dislike, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, talk about it. Pick up the book, The 4 Agreements. I promise you, once you read it, it'll change your life. It'll make you a lot happier. It'll break all those self-limiting beliefs that you might have had, and you become a new person, and people around you will notice it as well. So, all right. Best wishes. I love you all. Take care.